We found out what happened, and we also found out who was the victim of that case, and that was Ichabod Crane. So we're going to find out more about him in episode 3. Yeah, episode 3, and why he did it. We're halfway done this game. I mean, there's about a total of 5 episodes, and we're pretty close, so... but right now, I just want to take a look at more about the Book of Fables, a little bit more, because there's been quite a few characters we saw from the last part. Let's go see... we already seen these. Let's start with Bluebeard, because Bluebeard was the one that we saw from the interrogation room. Bluebeard, wealthy scoundrel. Bluebeard managed to escape the homelands with his riches intact and continues to be one of the wealthiest fables in New York. The Fabletown government depends on his generous contributions, and he often uses his influence of his own benefit. As a former serial killer, he claims his days of decapitating his brides are over. But even if he was able to leave his violent ways in the homelands, that hasn't stopped him from making the occasional trip. Let's just say he's a very manipulative person, which you guys saw when we were interrogating, I think it's Tweedledee, I think his name is. I mean, you can't really tell from the two, but anyway, so from one of the twins, when we were doing that, he just seemed very impatient, like he just really wanted to beat the shit out of him. Like, he just wanted to do it on his own. And he seems like a violent man, too. I mean, he looks like a character from Peter Pan, I guess you can say, but I can't really tell. Maybe Peter Pan, maybe from a different book. You never know. But I always found him really strange and very persuasive. I don't know, but he's a pretty violent person. I'll tell you that. Bigby's Mercy. In the days leading up to the Exodus, the Big Bad Wolf hunted armies of men and goblins in the Black Forest. These invading forces have driven him the great beast's primitive quarry, and their own flesh was rotted with corruption. Hardly a suitable replacement. He made it his game to destroy their camps, devour their night watchmen, and disrupt their supply trains while sparing their prisoners. One day he broke their ranks and discovered a particular woman they had captive. Her skin was white as snow, but her hair was as dark as the night sky. He approached her, and she, knowing no sword could not match the giant wolf's power, readily placed her shackles in the beast's mouth. He freed her, but years would pass before the two met again in the Mundy world. I'm not sure if unless they're relating to Snow White. You never know. Because I know the two of them met due to that. But I don't know. Now, here's something about him. Ichabod's denial. During his days in Sleepy Hollow, Ichabod Crane fell in love with a wealthy young woman named Katrina Van Trizzle, which was in the Disney version as well. She was beautiful and very rich, but that meant she also caught the attention of another suitor, Abraham Broom von Brint. As Ichabod's rival, Broom would plan nasty pranks in order to humiliate the often superstitious schoolteacher. Despite Broom's plots to win Katrina over, Ichabod believed that he would be chosen as her favorite. After a party at her father's house, Ichabod proposed to Katrina and was very quickly rejected. He immediately rode off in shame and was never seen in Sleepy Hollow again. According to Crane, he was chased out of town by the Headless Horseman, but in reality, it was probably just another one of pranks. I don't know. I mean, the Tim Burton movie kind of begs to differ. But, I mean, how he wanted to marry a rich girl, and that did happen in the original Sleepy Hollow story. Because even the Disney version said they did the same thing, too. So, that definitely makes a lot of sense. I'm trying to think... Oh, we didn't know about some of these. Here's Bluebeard's Mercy. I think it's the same thing, so we're gonna skip that. Shit. I can't get it. There we go. For some reason, I keep going up, and it's not leading me to this. The 13th floor. the Witches and Wizards of Fabletown. This is actually something that they were talking about when we were looking at Lily's Glamour, sorry, I keep saying grammar. The 13th floor of the Woodland Building is home to a group of witches and wizards tasked with the protection of Fabletown. They use their powers to keep the community hidden from praying Monday eyes, but all magic has its limits and every spell has its cost. Pretty interesting. The Magic Mirror. Now this Magic Mirror I found pretty interesting. Because he's a lot different than most adaptations go. Like even Shrek, like I was surprised they made the Magic Mirror like a host on a game show. Like that was pretty funny. But this one I found pretty what's the word I'm looking for? A little like suspicious and spooky. You know? The Magic Mirror speaks mostly in rhyme and demands that others do the same. He also requires the name of whatever object or person you wish to find. If you follow these rules, the mirror will show you a glimpse of whatever you want to see, but nothing more. The Wishing Well. The Wishing Well is located in the chamber inside the Woodland Building, where it is used to dispose of things meant never to be seen again. Dead fables are committed to its depths, as are the most redeemable criminals. No one is entirely sure what lies at the bottom of the well, nor indeed if it has a bottom at all, but it is widely assumed to be the passageway to a final resting place. Now, this is something I mentioned, I think at the end of part 1, or I think part 2, sorry, of the walkthrough, how Bigby mentioned about the Wishing Well. And the Wishing Well, basically what it is that it's basically a death sentence. Like, our government, we have rules where if there's like a murder, or like you kill someone for like any mysterious reason or no reason at all, you're most likely going to be A, in jail for the rest of your life, or B, you get sent to the electric chair. And when you go to the electric chair, that means that you're electrocuted and you're dead. Well, in Fables, the Wishing Well is considered as a death sentence where you actually get thrown into the Wishing Well. And you die from it. They just push you off the well and that's it, you're dead. You are no longer alive, you're just dead. So and nobody comes to save you either. You're immediately dead after it happens. So it's a pretty gruesome outcome of going to jail and stuff. But I mean, if you commit a crime that's you commit a murder of, like, I think 3 women die in this. When you commit a crime between 3 women, I think a lot of people would agree that I think you should be dead. Absolutely. And that's really their outtake with this. But anyway, Jack Horner. Now this actually is Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk, which you can tell by his name, because a lot of people say it could be like a different fairy tale character, but no, actually he is Jack from Jack and the Beanstalk. He's the one that climbs the beanstalk and fights the giant. But anyway, Jack is always up to something, but he is not nearly as smart as he thinks he is. His plans to get rich quick often backfire, but his confidence never wavers. He thinks he's the most important person in Fabletown, but everyone knows him as a mostly harmless smartass. Which you can tell from his character. I mean, I could tell from his character, because there's going to be a couple scenes where you actually get to come across Jack. Like, there was one scene where we're at the bar, and he mentions about the whole incident with Lily. He mentions about something that happens later on in the story, so you're going to see him a couple times. But that was one of the scenes that we came across during the walkthrough. I think that was the last part we did. But yeah, he is probably what you imagine out of Jack, someone that, because I mean, he's the one that kind of gives, he trades the cow and he gets the beans and stuff. So I mean, that makes sense of his like story and his character. So I mean, that makes a lot of sense. But when I played the game the first time, I didn't think he was going to be a jackass. I didn't think he was going to be until later on in the story. I'm like, okay, he is a smartass. So it makes sense. But Jack, he can be annoying sometimes. But we're gonna see that later on in the game. Here's more about Lily. Lily and her sister Holly grew up in the Hornlands together, but had a falling out shortly after moving to the Mundan world. Aimless and increasingly discreet, Lily turned into prostitution, and now she's the second victim in an outgoing murder investigation. Well, now she's dead, and now Fate's dead. So there's something in the game that they reveal on why they're dead, and that's something that they reveal, and it's quite sad, and it's pretty tragic. But I mean, and it's funny because I kind of get where the trolls are from, because I always thought they were from like the Billy Goat Gruff story, where you cross the bridge and you see these trolls. There's supposed to be like 3 trolls underneath the bridge. So maybe that's where they're from. I'm not sure, but yeah, that's a little bit of Lily. The Troll Cross, which was the symbol that was in Lily's pocket when we were taking a look at her body and stuff. A Troll Cross is an amulet made of iron that was foolishly thought to protect the weir of trolls. Lily acquired hers while wandering through the wilderness searching for something to eat. She came across a human, but before to devour him, he held the troll cross out and shouted, "Back! Back, you troll!" After enjoying her, if that's what they're trying to say. Here's Georgie. Which, I swear to God, he's got a lot of freaking tattoos. Like, he's got it on his chest, he's got it all through his arms, on his face. Like, holy shit. And I've actually met friends that have a shit ton of tattoos, and they don't even have it filled with their arms. They only have it, like, maybe one next to their shoulder, and then I think a few on their legs. That's it. They never have it on their entire body. Like, that's how bad. But jeez, I definitely would not want to wear that many tattoos. And it's funny I bring this up because I remember, I think it was a couple years ago, I was looking at something in the article, and there was a gamer that was a big fan of Mario. I remember he was a huge fan of Mario, and all through his arms he had filled with Mario characters. So they had one on Mario, they had one with Luigi, they had one with Bowser, they had one with Toad, they had all the Koopas and the Goombas, everything. They had everything of Mario on it. And I look at it, and me and my cousin look at it, we're like, what the hell is this? Like, who the hell would want to do that all through their body? And it was so weird. And it's just like this guy here with all his tattoos all through his body, because he's got, like, flowers, he's got, like, dice on it, he's got cards, he's got everything all through his frickin' tattoos, and it's really weird. Like, but I can understand that everybody's got a passion for a lot of things, but you don't really have to put it all through your body just to show it, you know what I mean? But yeah. Anyway, the description. Georgie runs the Pudding Pie, a strip club that also caters to the unmentionable desires of Fabletown citizens. He had tried just about everything there is to try in the pursuit of worldly pleasures, but none of it satisfied him for long. He does not seem to enjoy pushing people's buttons. He takes pride in his nightclub and doesn't react well to anyone meddling with his affairs. Which would explain why the hell he hated the fact that he didn't like us interrupting his music, because he likes to watch women dance while listening to a stereo. which I'm sorry, dude, but I think it's a little perverted. I mean, listening to the music is nice and all, but I think listening to music and then watching women dance is just something I wouldn't do. Clever Hans. Clever Hans always does exactly what he's told. However, he often misunderstands his instructions and ends up hurting himself for behaving oddly, as in this case, as his noted fable, where he threw sheep's eyes at his wife. Unsurprisingly, she left him, and now Hans works as a bouncer at Georgie's club. He hopes to dance on stage one day, but for now, he's constantly sweeping up and making sure the crowd doesn't get out of hand. I forget what story he's from, though. That's the thing. I don't remember what story he is from. But, poor guy. Nerissa. Now, this is actually something I was pretty fascinated with, because I didn't think they were going to add her in here. I mean, I can kind of understand, because Little Mermaid is, it's a very common story. I mean, Disney even made a film out of it, and look at it now, it's still really popular. But I didn't think they were going to have this story. In fact, I didn't even think her name was Nerissa. But, I mean, again, it's fables. Nerissa's story was never a happy ending. She's known as the Little Mermaid, the young girl who gave up her tail for a pair of legs in the hopes of winning the heart of a handsome prince. Simple story. When he married a prince instead, Nerissa was left heartbroken. She made the journey to the London world, hoping for a better life. Now she dances at the pudding pie, but each step she takes feels like walking on shreds of glass. She has very little left, but finds some comfort in the company of her fellow dancers. I find her so much more than a stripper, I'll tell you that much. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I can understand why, because, I mean, it's kind of a good fit, but I don't know. I don't imagine the girl from The Little Mermaid being. I mean, that's like saying you're gonna get Ariel to be a stripper, and that's no. I don't imagine that at all. I mean, it's no. But in this game, she's actually pretty helpful. She's one of the characters that actually sticks up for Big B out of everyone else. But she's just a cool character. I like her a lot. I mean, she's the one that gave us the key to that house. God damn it. Vivian. Now, this was the girl that got us into the club. Much of Vivian's past is unknown, since she prefers not to talk about her life back in the homelands. Keep mixing them up. She wanted to start fresh in Fabletown, but she finds herself working for Georgie at the pudding pie. It's not a terrible life. Georgie took a liking to Vivian, so she doesn't make her take jobs in the open arms. Instead, she plays hostess and helps Georgie ensure complete customer satisfaction. And to tell you the truth, guys, she's actually in charge of organizing all the strippers. Like, she knows a lot about the ribbon. She knows everything about what happens. There's actually, like I said, there's like a sad, tragic story to why the ribbon's there on their necks. There's something there that she's going to reveal later on in the game. I'm not going to spoil how she does, but they are going to reveal it later on in the story. And it's mostly has something to do with her. So, yeah. Dr. Swinehart, he is the doctor in the game. He's the one that he's kind of the doctor of Fabletown. He makes sure that everybody, and he even does it with all even the murder cases too. I mean, he was the one that kind of looked at Lily's body. So, I mean, yeah, he's kind of the doctor in the game. I guess we can know about him. Dr. Swinehart is a resident of Fabletown, Cyclosion. I can't pronounce it. So skilled in the art of instrumental surgery that he can safely operate on himself. He served as an army medic for many years, sometimes using his talent section of the Knights of Malta Hospital, so named to discourage people for investigating what is reserved. Fable's focused health facility. Makes sense. Flycatcher. Now, Flycatcher, we're gonna see him later on in the game, but I think I'm gonna save these for next part because there's other characters that come in as well in the next part. I think that's episode 3. But for right now, I think we're gonna keep these there for now because we already browsed through them. Alright, so let's go to episode 3. Let's go find out what's going on with Crane, where the hell Crane is, where is he hiding, and how we're gonna find him. So let's go take a look. I like doing that where I just go through the files. That way you guys can understand the characters. Because in the game they don't really explain too much of them. They just kind of show them.
Used to be so simple. We had a beginning, a middle, and an end. But ever since we moved to this awful city, everything's gotten so confused.
Look, I didn't kill anyone.
And I'm supposed to just believe you. Snow.
Yep, her big
I
look.
just want you to be careful. I almost lost you once, and...
I'm not yours to lose. I'm not going to be an errand girl for Crane anymore.
She looks like Holly.
It's not Holly, it's her sister Lily.
She was looking to pay down debt. Eventually, the only people she owed were at her work. You know, that shithole club, the pudding and pie.
My name is Nerissa.
Well, Nerissa, I've got some questions. The open arms.
Oh my god. What is it?
It's Crane.
Yep. And now we have to tell Snow the whole thing. Yep. Bigby is pissed. He's really pissed.
That motherfucking piece of shit.
Crane? Ugh. God, you think you know a person. Bigby, you have to tell her.
I know.
Oh, we're gonna...
What's going on? What did you find up there? You know, other than the...
I just need to find Snow.
Why? What's going on?
I think we'd rather not tell you.
Crane's been... Whoa! Bigby, calm down. Everything's going to be fine, okay? It's going to be fine.
Will someone please explain this to me?
Crane might be following Snow. If I can find her, I can... God damn it!
Okay, it's going to be okay. Where did you see her last? Did she say where she was going?
She took Holly to the business office to prepare for the funeral.
Lily's funeral?
Yeah.
How do you know?
I was just at the Trip Trap, and I heard Gren telling some folks about a funeral at the Buckingham Bridge.
Trap? Are you drinking?
When?
Right now. They were on their way out.
Bigby! Wait.
What?
Snow's been through a lot. There are things she doesn't talk about. Just please be careful when you tell her.
I know.
No, you don't know. You know how you felt when you saw that picture? Well, it's going to be much worse for her. Just remember that.
Yeah, but that's his girl. You have to understand that. I mean, would you want Beast to react like that too? Like, holy shit. I mean, obviously it's already worse than that's what it is. Like, holy shit. The Buckingham... Oh, that was good. Never mind. Oh, this is probably where they're holding the funeral. Alright, let's go visit Snow. Even though I don't think anybody really wants us here, but we're gonna try.
Fables she was
This looks more like a construction site, though. I'm surprised they have it here. They could have had it in like in a little alley.
I won't offend you by claiming one day that the pain of losing Lily will ever subside. I know as well as you that it will never subside. But I also know that the memory of Lily will sustain as well. And it will, in time, equal in strength to our mourning her loss. And it is in that spirit that I'd like to talk about what you've all been so grateful to share with me.
What on earth do you think you're...
I know, but something's happened.
Not right now.
No, you don't.
You throw my sister down the witching well, and you have the nerve to show your face here?
What?
You lie after you promised me?
What are you
Holly,
talking
wait,
about?
That was Crane, just Crane. He disposed of Lily's body before Bigby could do anything about it.
Besides, isn't he the one that told you?
Don't cover for him.
But this genuinely wasn't his fault.
You can't tell me Bigby gives a shit about this.
I'm sorry, Holly. I didn't know he put her down the witching well.
Bigby cares, Holly. He's trying to help. And I'm sure he has a very good reason for being here. But this one isn't on him.
Why are you here, anyway? And don't say it's because you care about this.
Everything okay?
I just came to pay my respects, Holly. I don't mean any harm.
Oh, really? You have no respect you can pay. You don't care about any of us.
Okay, look. Bigby and I are going to have a little chat far
She
away
is a
from
bitch.
the ceremony, all right?
Holy shit. All he was doing was trying to help
Holly,
you.
I know how this must
No, you don't know how this must feel. You have no idea. Don't fuck anything up. Don't bother anybody. And when the first sign of trouble comes, and it will come because you're a goddamn walking trap for it, I want you the fuck out of here. You hear me?
I just want to get Lily's killer, Holly. Nothing more.
Let's just continue, okay?
This is such total fucking bullshit.
Let's go, Holly. It's your turn to talk.
I thought he was gonna snoop, but I guess not.
I know you didn't come here to pay your respects, so whatever it is better be wildly important. It's been hard enough making a connection with these people. When you pull this kind of stuff, it just resets the clock.
Snow, Crane is completely obsessed with you.
Oh my god, if this is about how Crane treats me at work...
Just listen to me for a second, all right? I followed a lead to this shithole motel, the Open Arms. Crane had a room there, and he's been taking prostitutes, or at the very least Lily, and making her look like you while he was, you know. He replays your story over and over again.
This is... I don't even know what to say right now. I really don't. I'm just trying everything I can right now to not picture it.
I'm sorry, Snow. And I'm sorry I had to be the one to tell you.
You're sure this is what happened? This is what he's been doing? Because please, Bigby, don't confuse things. You took a cab here, right?
Yeah.
I'll drive.
Snow,
Nerissa, what is it?
I'm sorry, but Holly's asking for you.
Are they starting the burn?
Yes. Everyone who spoke should really be present for this part. She's kind of distraught. You're not leaving yet, are you?
2 minutes. I don't mean to be,
No, I get it. Take your time.
it won't take long.
How'd it go? At the motel? Did you find anything? No?
It was Crane's room. But you knew that already, right?
Nerissa!
Yeah, coming.
I'm surprised she knew.
Constable?
Oh shit.
Wait, easy now, girl. You know how this goes. The first thing in a visit, you say, how do you do? How do you do?
Now is really not the time for whatever you Jagovs are planning to do.
Well, isn't that the thing of it? Plans. Except it isn't our plans you should be concerning yourself with. We'll snip to the chase for all sakes. A little bird told us that you're fitting to go after Crane. And you see, we have an interest in that.
Gee, I wonder who told him that.
So you leave Crane alone, and we'll leave you alone. Just take a little vacation is all. Don't even have to go anywhere.
You're trying to pull this shit at a funeral? We can deal with this later.
No, not later. Later's too late. Right now. So what's it gonna be? We have a deal? You leave Crane alone, and we leave you to yours? Brother?
Just don't hurt anyone, D.
That don't sound like a yes to me. Always wanting to do things the fun way. Ladies, gentlemen, invertebrates, please, rest easy. This is not...
What the hell is going on?
What's happening?
Very sorry to impose, but we only had a deal to work out with Bigby. And we're unhappy to report that things did not go as smoothly as planned.
Bigby, what is he talking about?
Never you mind that, it ain't any of your...
What deal? Stop this shit. Right now.
He hasn't exactly been a good sport about this. Not making our lives any easier.
What did I tell you? What did I say?
Ollie?
Oh shit.
Think you motherfuckers could come here uninvited? You think you could just fucking interrupt Lily's funeral?
Calm down, darling. It was just a simple business transaction.
You fucking freaks are not getting away with this.
Holly, don't move.
Yeah, listen to your lady, love.
It's not worth it, Holly. They'll leave on their own.
Yeah, let's spare all the fuss. It's just a dead hole.
I'm gonna kill you!
I got it, dumb.
There we go. Eat that, you bastard. Oh, no! We couldn't save Holly. Frickin' bastards. Episode 3, A Crooked Mile.
I did as well as I could to take out the buckshot, but there's still some shards left embedded in your shoulder. They'll eventually worm their way out on their own, but until they do, you're going to be sore.
Bigby, Dr. Swinehart was appointed Fabletown physician for a reason.
It's okay. There's only one thing you have to take away from all this. Take it easy. Don't go looking for any more fights. Keep strain off your heart. And try and get some rest.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Is she?
She's fine, Bigby. I had everyone that got wounded sent home. Holly refused to let me see where she lived, so I left her and Grendel back at her bar with a dose of juniper and spring water. Just remember what I said. The stitches won't hold up if you continue to act like you normally do. Everything in moderation. And eat more chicken. Your blood pressure's through the proverbial roof.
I'll try to.
All right then. Very good.
Business office.
A little respect.
I know. I'll have to call you back. The town is starting to find out.
Well, I'll leave you two to it then. Miss White, Bigby.
Sorry, I had to finish that bottle of mine.
So, to recap...
Crane watched me through the magic mirror uncover his room at the open arms, and then he smashed it so we couldn't use it ourselves to go after him. And we know this because Buffkin was drinking in the rafters. That about cover it?
And once he puts all the pieces back together, it'll be easy to catch Crane. So, I guess that's the plan, currently. But I don't know.
There's no other leads. This is it. Just wait for the mirror.
Yeah. What the hell is going on? I don't know what the Tweedles get out of this. I don't know if Crane sent them. I don't know if... I mean, this is gonna sound crazy, but do you really think Crane did it? Everything points to him. I get it, but do you really think he killed those women? Because it's just...
He killed them, and he sent Dee and Dumb to slow me down.
He was a conniver, a coward, a liar, and I'll always hate him for that. And I'll hate him for how he held me in his thoughts. But murdering prostitutes?
Ow!
Everything okay over there?
Yes, Miss White. I just cut myself on a piece of the glass. Nothing to worry about.
Thanks for tonight, by the way. That could have gone really terribly.
Anytime.
Can I, ask you a question? It's kind of personal. And I don't want to offend you.
Sure.
It's just... when stuff hits the fan, like it did tonight, it feels like before we came to the city. It feels kind of like home. And I've heard it said that maybe in some tiny little bottled up way deep inside, you kind of enjoy it when things go wrong. Because it gives you an excuse to just, stop pretending.
Why even bring this up?
I guess it doesn't matter.
Guys? We have a problem.
I was gonna say the other one, but
Finish the
nah.
mirror. It's missing a piece.
Oh
What
shit.
do you mean, missing a piece?
Yes, it's,
Crane must have taken a shard with him.
Oh, I can't believe this.
I saw Crane pick something up after he smashed it. I'm sorry, I didn't realize what it was until now.
Well, the mirror can't work unless it's whole.
Well, that's not entirely true.
Or what, Buffkin? What? We sit around and wait until it mends itself? We have no idea how long that will take. We're just gonna have to do this the hard way.
I'm just saying, waiting is an option.
No.
What exactly is the hard way?
We'll look through his things, his desk, everything. He had to have left something that tells us where he's going. He's a neat freak, but he was never that smart.
Smart enough to take a piece of the mirror. We can still solve this ourselves. I know
Never
that
mind that. Come help me look.
And we better go cheer up Puffkin. Because he looks down, he looks like shit. Let's go see him.
Hi, Mr. Bigby. I can still help you catch Crane, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. I saw him jump on the telephone before he left. He called up somebody. He said he needed to see his witch, or that he would need to get to the witch for that. Whoever that is.
His witch?
Yes, it sounded like the one he got his snow glamours from.
Look, the whole mirror thing, it's not your fault, all right?
You mean it?
Yeah.
I'll just see if I can do anything about this.
You do that.
Alright. Let's go see what's going on with Snow. Might as well look at his desk. Because technically that's where we have to do, Ichabod Crane. I'm going to try reading these. Are there any updates due to the funding I requested? As I explained in my last letter, the conditions here could do with some improvement. I'm seeing some unrest from the residents, and I have to admit I could see why. The farm should not be a punishment. I'm sure you're busy, but I think this should be made a priority. Best, Wyland Smith. I don't know who that is. Must be a note he got from the farm. Let's see. Let's try this one. Let's look at another letter. It's addressed from Toad. Mr. Crane, you said you paid to have the plaster redone in my building after the last redundant in 204. It's falling off the fucking walls. Please fix it. I can't rent out the room as it is, and I already been waiting for days. Not to mention, you already promised me you sent someone. Hang on one sec. Sorry, I had to get the charger. Let's see, where am I at? And I've already been waiting for days. Not to mention, you already promised me you'd send someone to fix the big crack in the glass on the front door. Well, guess what? It's worse now. Get your shit together, Mr. Toad. Fuck, I love Toad. I mean, I swear to God, he's probably one of my favorite characters in this game. He's just hilarious. They gave him a lot of funny things to say in this game. Okay. Dear Mr. Ichabod Crane, I am writing to ask again that you please send someone to fix the air conditioning in our unit. It's burning up in the apartment, and Pinocchio says his skin is splintering. I don't know what that means, but I assume it's something gross, and I'd really like it if you could fix the air that we asked you 3 months ago. At the very least, provide us sincerely, Boy Blue.